The legend of the Loch Ness Monster, or Nessie, has fascinated the world for centuries. Is there truly a prehistoric creature lurking in the depths of Scotland's Loch Ness? Or is it nothing more than an elaborate hoax? With modern technology, new sonar scans, and scientific investigations, some believe we are closer than ever to uncovering the truth. In this video, we will see some key points exploring new evidence, historical accounts, and the biggest hoaxes surrounding the mystery of Nessie. The first recorded sightings, how it all began. The story of the Loch Ness Monster isn't just a recent internet sensation. It dates back over 1,500 years. One of the earliest recorded accounts comes from the 6th century, when an Irish monk, Saint Columba, reportedly saw a water beast attack a swimmer in the River Ness. According to legend, Columba commanded the creature to retreat, and it obeyed. But the modern-day fascination with Nessie really took off in 1933, when a local newspaper reported a sighting of a large, mysterious creature with a long neck and humps swimming through the loch. Soon after, other witnesses came forward with similar claims, fueling speculation that Loch Ness was home to an unknown species. Over the years, hundreds of people have claimed to have seen something unusual in the lake. But with no definitive proof, the question remains, was this just a case of mass hysteria, or is there really something lurking beneath the surface? The infamous surgeon's photograph, the most famous hoax. One of the most famous pieces of evidence of the Loch Ness Monster is the surgeon's photograph, taken in 1934 by a British surgeon, Robert Kenneth Wilson. The black and white photo shows a long-necked creature emerging from the water, and for decades, it was considered the ultimate proof of Nessie's existence. However, in 1994, a shocking revelation emerged. The photo was a hoax. One of the conspirators, Christian Sperling, confessed on his deathbed that the monster in the photo was nothing more than a toy submarine with a sculpted head attached. The hoax had been designed as revenge against a local newspaper that had dismissed earlier sightings. Even though the image was debunked, it remains one of the most recognizable cryptid photos ever taken. And while some people believe it tainted the credibility of Nessie's legend, others argue that it doesn't disprove all the other sightings. Sonar scans and modern technology, new evidence emerges. Over the years, multiple scientific teams have used sonar technology to scan the depths of Loch Ness, hoping to find solid proof of a large unknown creature. In 2011, sonar images captured a strange, unexplained object at the bottom of the loch, sparking renewed interest. Again in 2020, another research team recorded a 10-meter-long shape moving underwater, adding fuel to the fire. Then, in 2023, one of the largest ever Nessie hunts took place, using drones, hydrophones, and deep scanning sonar. Some researchers detected strange underwater sounds and anomalies, but nothing was conclusive. While skeptics argue that these sonar readings could just be large fish, underwater debris, or even echoes from the lake's unique topography, Nessie believers say it's proof that something large and mysterious is down there. Could Nessie be a prehistoric creature? One of the most exciting theories suggests that the Loch Ness Monster is a living plesiosaur, a prehistoric marine reptile that lived millions of years ago. The idea gained popularity because many eyewitness descriptions match what we know about plesiosaurs: long necks, large bodies, and flippers. But there's a big problem. Loch Ness didn't even exist when plesiosaurs roamed the earth. The lake was formed only about 10,000 years ago, at the end of the Ice Age. So, for a plesiosaur to have survived in the loch, it would have needed a secret underwater tunnel to the ocean, which, so far, hasn't been found. Moreover, plesiosaurs were believed to be cold-blooded, meaning they preferred warm waters. Loch Ness, being deep and cold, wouldn't be an ideal environment for such a creature. Recent DNA tests of Loch Ness also failed to detect any evidence of a plesiosaur or other large, unknown species. But despite the scientific evidence against this theory, many Nessie believers refuse to let go of the idea that a prehistoric creature could still be hiding in the lake's depths. The role of optical illusions and misidentifications. Could Nessie just be a trick of the eye? Scientists suggest that many sightings might be explained by optical illusions, natural phenomena, or mistaken identity. Loch Ness is one of the darkest and murkiest lakes in the world, with low visibility beneath the water's surface. This creates a perfect setting for misinterpretations. Large fish, floating logs, or even swimming deer have been mistaken for something monstrous. One major illusion is called standing waves. When boats pass through the loch, their wakes can combine to create waves that seem to move independently, forming the illusion of a hump-like creature gliding through the water. Shadows, reflections, and the play of light on water can also make people believe they're seeing something mysterious. A famous case involved a dark rock, partially submerged, that many mistook for Nessie's head until examined up close. Even human psychology plays a role. When people expect to see something, their minds fill in the blanks. This is why some eyewitnesses genuinely believe they saw a monster, even when no real creature was there. The influence of tourism and the media. Nessie isn't just a mystery, it's big business. The Loch Ness Monster brings in millions of dollars every year, drawing tourists, researchers, and cryptid hunters from all over the world. Local businesses thrive on the legend, offering Nessie-themed boat tours, souvenirs, and museums dedicated to the creature's history. The town of Drumnadrochit, near the loch, has built an entire economy around Nessie's existence. The media has also played a crucial role in keeping the legend alive. The first major newspaper report in 1933 sparked global interest, and since then, documentaries, movies, and books have continued to fuel the mystery. Some skeptics argue that Nessie has been kept alive by commercial interests rather than real evidence. But even if the monster were proven to be a hoax, it's unlikely that the tourism industry around Loch Ness would ever disappear, because people love a good mystery. Would you visit Loch Ness just to experience the legend, even if there were no proof that Nessie exists? DNA testing in Loch Ness. What did scientists find? In 2019, a groundbreaking study aimed to settle the Nessie debate once and for all. Scientists collected water samples from Loch Ness to analyze the environmental DNA, genetic traces left behind by all living organisms in the water. The results were both shocking and disappointing for Nessie believers. No evidence of plesiosaurs, giant unknown creatures, or prehistoric reptiles was found. Instead, scientists discovered a significant amount of eel DNA. This finding led to a new theory. What if Nessie is actually a giant eel? Eels are common in Loch Ness, and some can grow to impressive lengths. Their movements could easily be mistaken for a snake-like creature gliding through the water. This theory doesn't explain all Nessie sightings, but it's one of the most logical scientific explanations so far. Still, believers argue that absence of evidence isn't evidence of absence. Could there still be something lurking in the depths that science hasn't detected yet? Could Nessie be a giant eel? The giant eel theory has gained traction in recent years, especially after the 2019 DNA study found significant traces of eel DNA in Loch Ness. Eels already live in the loch, and while most are only a few feet long, some can grow over 6 feet. In rare cases, certain eel species have been known to grow much larger, leading some to speculate that an abnormally large eel could be responsible for Nessie sightings. The way eels move, slithering through the water in a wavy motion, could also explain the hump-like shape that many witnesses describe. If an eel were to surface briefly before diving back down, it might look like a long-necked creature. Some cryptozoologists, scientists who study unknown animals, believe that Loch Ness could be home to a yet undiscovered species of giant eel. However, no physical specimens have been found to confirm this theory. Would you be disappointed if Nessie turned out to be nothing more than a really big eel? Or would that still count as an exciting discovery? Could the Loch Ness Monster be a giant catfish? Another intriguing theory suggests that Nessie could be a massive catfish. In the 19th century, Wells catfish were introduced to parts of Europe, and some of them have grown to lengths of 10 feet or more. These giant fish have elongated bodies, making them look almost serpent-like when they move through the water. If one were spotted from a distance, especially in the murky waters of Loch Ness, it could easily be mistaken for something much larger. Supporters of this theory believe that early Nessie sightings might have been of one or more large catfish, which could have since died out. However, critics argue that no catfish DNA was found in the 2019 genetic study of Loch Ness. making this theory less likely. Still, if an undiscovered species of giant catfish lived in the loch, it could be responsible for some of the more believable sightings. Could Nessie simply be a big fishtail, or is there still something more mysterious lurking in the deep? Sonar and radar scans, what lies beneath Loch Ness? Over the years, multiple sonar scans have been conducted in Loch Ness in an attempt to detect large unknown creatures. While most of these scans haven't revealed anything conclusive, a few have picked up strange, unidentifiable objects deep beneath the surface. In 2020, a sonar scan detected a massive object about 30 feet long, moving deep in the loch. The sonar operator, Ronald Mackenzie, said it was larger than any known fish in the loch and moved in a way that suggested it was alive. This sparked renewed interest in Nessie's existence. However, skeptics argue that sonar scans can produce false readings, and the object could have been a school of fish, debris, or even a distortion caused by the equipment itself. Interestingly, military-grade sonar technology has also been used in Loch Ness, but nothing definitive has been found. That being said, the loch is extremely deep and filled with underwater caves, meaning that if Nessie exists, it could still be hiding somewhere out of reach. Could advanced sonar technology finally solve the mystery? Or will Nessie remain an enigma forever? Hoaxes and fake sightings, how the legend was kept alive. Unfortunately, many Nessie sightings over the years have been revealed as hoaxes or misidentifications. The most famous hoax was the surgeon's photograph from 1934, a black and white image showing a long-necked creature in the water. This photograph tricked the world for decades until it was exposed as a fake in 1994. The monster was actually a small model attached to a toy submarine. Other hoaxes have included photoshopped images, floating objects, and people outright lying for attention or money. However, some believe that the existence of hoaxes doesn't mean the Loch Ness Monster isn't real. Instead, they argue that real evidence is buried under all the fakes, making it harder to separate truth from fiction. Even today, new photos and videos of alleged Nessie sightings continue to surface. Some are clearly fake, but others remain unexplained. So, are we just chasing an illusion? Or could a real creature be hiding behind all the hoaxes? The final verdict: is the Loch Ness Monster real or just a legend? After decades of research, investigations, and countless sightings, we still don't have conclusive proof that the Loch Ness Monster exists. Modern science has ruled out prehistoric reptiles, while sonar scans, underwater cameras, and DNA tests haven't found any unknown creatures. Yet people continue to believe, because mysteries like this spark our imagination. Some scientists suggest that the myth of Nessie will never die, even if it's disproven. After all, Loch Ness isn't just about the monster. It's about the thrill of the unknown, the excitement of possibility, and the power of a great story. So, what do you think? Is Nessie out there waiting to be discovered? Or is it time to accept that the legend is just that, a legend? Let me know in the comments below. The mystery lives on. And there you have it. The hunt for the Loch Ness Monster continues. Whether Nessie is a real, undiscovered creature, a misidentified animal, or simply a legend kept alive by hoaxes and folklore, one thing is certain: Loch Ness remains one of the most mysterious places on Earth. But now, I want to hear from you. Do you believe in the Loch Ness Monster? Have you ever seen something strange in the water that made you question reality? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the world's greatest mysteries, don't forget to smash that like button. Subscribe for more mind-blowing content, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. And hey, if Nessie is real, who knows? Maybe one day, you will be the one to capture the ultimate proof. Until then, keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep chasing the unknown. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.